What happens when an actress becomes so closely connected to one famous character that millions of people start seeing her as that character? For Sarah Michelle Gellar, that question became a huge part of her career. She rose from early television work to become one of the most recognized stars of her generation, but her journey was never as simple as it looked from the outside. There were years of hard work, demanding roles, major success, and moments when she had to prove that she was more than one famous character. Stay with us until the end, because the later part of her story shows how Sarah built a career that continued long after her biggest television role ended. Sarah Michelle Gellar began working in entertainment while she was still young. Her early years were filled with auditions, commercials, television appearances, and small acting opportunities. Starting at such a young age meant she had to learn very quickly how the entertainment business worked. She had to perform in front of cameras, work with different people, and handle the pressure that came with being noticed. Those early experiences helped prepare her for the much bigger opportunities that would come later. Before she became a major television star, Sarah appeared in several projects and slowly built her acting experience. She was not an overnight success. Like many performers, she had to take smaller roles before getting the chance to lead a major series. Each project helped her learn something new and gave audiences another reason to remember her name. The role that changed everything came when Sarah became Buffy Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. At first, the idea of a young woman fighting vampires might have sounded like a simple fantasy story, but the series became much more than that. Buffy was funny, brave, emotional, and sometimes unsure of herself. She was dealing with normal problems while also facing supernatural danger. Sarah's performance helped make the character feel real. The show quickly became a major part of television culture, and Sarah became one of its biggest stars. What made her performance special was the balance between strength and emotion. Buffy could fight monsters in one scene and then deal with friendship, family, love, or fear in the next. Sarah had to move between these very different emotions, sometimes within the same episode. Her work helped make the character memorable. The success of Buffy the Vampire Slayer also brought Sarah major awards and recognition. She received a Primetime Emmy Award for her work on All My Children earlier in her career, and her later success made her one of the most respected young television actresses of her time. But fame also brought a new level of public attention. Suddenly, audiences were interested not only in her performances but also in her personal style, public appearances, and life away from the set. Sarah did not remain connected only to television. She also moved into movies and took roles in different genres. Films such as I Know What You Did Last Summer and Cruel Intentions helped establish her as a major young star on the big screen. These projects showed that she could work outside the world of Buffy and play very different kinds of characters. Cruel Intentions became especially memorable because it gave Sarah the chance to play a character who was very different from Buffy. The role was darker and more complex, allowing her to show another side of her acting ability. The movie later developed a strong following, and Sarah's performance remained one of the parts audiences remembered most. As her career continued, Sarah also became known for her work in horror and thriller projects. Her ability to handle suspense helped her become strongly connected with the genre, but she never wanted to be limited to one type of story. She continued exploring comedy, drama, family projects, and other forms of entertainment. One of the most important parts of Sarah's life away from her career has been her marriage to actor Freddie Prinze Jr. The couple met while working together and eventually became one of Hollywood's better-known long-term couples. They have built a family together while keeping much of their private life away from constant public attention. That balance has allowed Sarah to continue her career without making every part of her personal life part of the entertainment news cycle. Sarah also stepped into a different role when she became a mother. Like many working parents, she had to find a balance between professional opportunities and family life. Her career choices changed over time, and she became more selective about the projects she took. This allowed her to focus on both her family and the work that mattered most to her. If you enjoyed this look at Sarah Michelle Gellar's career and want more stories about famous stars, their biggest roles, and the journeys behind their success, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves Hollywood stories. And remember, behind every famous character is a real career filled with hard work, unexpected turns, and stories that are often more interesting than the headlines.